cologne. Okay, that's a good one. And Jose, he's Cowboy Skinny says that's a good one. Okay. What else? Something that you can just pick up at any time. So I just want to give the guys some time to get into the building. What else? We got cologne. Severe says his favorite snack, favorite drink, or beautiful card. Okay, Severe, I see you. Oh, I was gonna say I get beignets. You want some beignets? Okay, I got you. Army Vet says a back rub or a physical gesture. Okay. A-Team says a fruit basket, a gift card to his favorite place. Okay. All right. I like it. Oh, that's Selena. Hi, Selena. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you for your input. We are about to start the show. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribe to the channel. Tonight it's going to be fun, but yet we're going to get into a little heaviness. Going to pick the men's brain tonight. Okay. I put a poll in the chat. Who do you guys believe that men are following today? Christianity, spirituality, the conscious community, or feminism? Who are they following today? So make sure you guys put your votes in the poll because we're going to look at it, right? So let's get started. I'm going to drop me down. All right, let's get the show started.
They watch, they hate, then they copy.
Yeah. It's deeper than the surface, deeper than the grind. I just wanna know what's on a real man's mind. Yo. I ain't tryna guess you, stress you, or finesse you. Petty red just wanna bless you. See what's really in your mental. Not the armor or the mask that you wrestle, but that inner voice that whispers when it's gentle. Got my ears wide, heart open, no shade, so focused. No judgment in this room, you can express your pain. Tell me what it's like to carry all that weight. Be the rock, the leader, but still feel the strain. Talk to me, king, I ain't here to fix, just here to stop, soaking every bit. You ain't gotta rhyme it or keep it slick. I'm listening deep, I wanna hear what makes you tick. Blueprint to a man's thoughts starts by listening. Let him speak truth, no fear, no imprisoning. Open space, real talk, red just vibing here. Trying to know the heart that beats beneath the man's skin. Yeah, I just wanna know your mind. Every corner, every climb. You ain't gotta hide behind, just let it go, take your time. Tell me about your fears and flaws, your hopes and desires. Did your past teach you silence or teach you to clutch? What do you dream when the world ain't tough? What do you need when strong ain't enough? Where's the joy that you bury in the grind? What fears dance in the back of your mind? Who taught you love? Who taught you war? What's the wound you still trying to ignore? You ain't soft for expressing what's inside. That's king energy, that's real pride. Petty red ain't scared of your tears or your cries. I'm here to witness, not just ride. Blueprint to a man's thoughts starts by listening, not by pushing, pressing or conditioning. The space sacred, this bond glistening. Truth in your tone, I find strength in it. Yeah, I just wanna know your soul, not just what you control. This ain't no casual stroll. I'm here for the truth, yeah, the whole truth. No interruptions, no should have said. Just say it raw, say it how it's in your head. You ain't gotta bleed, just speak your mind. I hold the story, every word you said. So when you ready, I'm still here. A woman with ears that don't just hear. I build temples with your truth, cause knowing you, that's the proof. Blueprint to a man's thoughts starts by listening. no cream. You ain't gotta hide behind, just let it go. Take your time, you ain't gotta hide behind no cream. You ain't gotta hide behind, just let it go. Tell me about your fears and flaws, your hopes and desires. Did your past teach you silence and teach you to clutch? What do you dream when the world ain't tough? What do you need when strong ain't enough? Where's the joy that you bury in the grind? What fears dance in the back of your mind? Who taught you love? Who taught you war? What's the wound you still trying to ignore? You ain't soft for expressing what's inside. That's king energy, that's real pride. Yeah, I just wanna know your soul, not just what you control. This ain't no casual stroll. I'm here for the truth, yeah, the whole truth. No interruptions, no shoulda said. Just say it raw, say it how it's in your head. You ain't gotta bleed, just speak. Just speak.
All right, guys, let's bring all of my guests up to the panel. Shout out to Mr. He Said is in the house.
Salute. What up, sis? Hope all is well.
Is in the house.
What up, though?
And someone is in the house. What you got going on tonight?
Salute to the panel. What's up, fellas?
How y'all feeling? Everybody's feeling.
What up, bros? Yeah. Tony, Severe, Unc, what's good?
What up, though?
It is a Wednesday night.
Can I get a mic check? My mic okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Guys can
I
hear
hear you.
Okay. Thanks, Joe. What's good, Joe?
So, guys, anything? Uncle Ricky, I saw you live today.
Mhm.
How is everything going? How did you care to elaborate? Because I didn't get the full. I just saw some of it about the incident. If you don't mind sharing, if you don't want to talk about it, be fine with it.
No, a close friend and family got deleted up in Minneapolis yesterday. It's just bad, man. It's just what it is, unfortunately. So
Yeah. Definitely keep everybody in much prayers and thoughts on that. So I kind of got off track a little bit because it started raining. You know why?
Very so.
It started raining. So, guys, y'all know what to do. Make sure you guys hit that like button. The goals for tonight's show is on the rolling scroll at the bottom. 15 memberships and of course $80 for the paper towel fund. I'm ready to traumatize my brethren. Wait a minute before we do that. So y'all heard the question, right? The lady who asked, what is the equivalent of a man buying flowers? Vice versa for the ladies. What would you guys want to see if your wife or your girlfriend just came home with something? Like, what would be the equivalent of flowers?
For me,
Coming in the house, mouth open.
Oh, guys.
For me, it's like a PS5 or a pair of Jordans or something. Because how many times I done bought flowers between when I get something, it should, you know what I'm saying? If you get a nice set of roses right now, it's gonna run you about $80 with chocolate.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Who is Black America? Sophia, what's your answer?
That was my answer right there. I said mouth open.
Oh my God! No.
Mouth open. Mouth open.
That don't cost nothing though.
Well, you're not getting it every day either for some people.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm not saying me. I'm talking about.
Oh my goodness, Tony Golden, what would be your equivalent of a gift for like flowers or candy from a woman?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if there actually really is an equivalent, one to one. Maybe just something thoughtful, a favorite snack or something like that. Who knows? A FanDuel gift card. I'll take that.
I got it. You know what would be like it? Like your girl buying you 2K. right?
Mm.
Like she buy a YouTube
Yeah, a
channel,
game or something. Yeah,
or your favorite comic book, right? Or your favorite graphic novel or something like that. I think that would be a cool.
that would be good. Yeah, for sure.
Something that you like, not that she
Right.
wants to get you.
Right, right. Yeah, it has to be something that you like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Brother, what you got?
Yeah, the fellas are right. A good cigar,
Mhm.
something of a nice quality just to show. But yeah, I would say a good cigar for me. That would be a good cigar, a little $20-$25 cigar. It
Okay,
works.
that works. Okay, y'all ready for the first ice break?
Can I say
Mhm.
something real quick, Red?
Yeah, go ahead.
All these items that we mentioning off and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
where are they on Father's Day?
They don't give a damn about dads, bro. What you talking about?
I
Oh, no.
already know that, but I'm just saying she talking about equivalent to giving like a woman getting flowers and these gifts that we naming off. We can't even get that on Father's Day, let alone on a rare occasion.
Well, maybe that's why she want to know, because maybe she has a man now, so now she has to learn what to
Let's
get him. Right?
go. Let's go.
So a woman will never know if you don't tell her, right?
True.
Right? Am I wrong?
I think if you, I think a woman is naturally generous, with the guy she really likes. If she doesn't know, then she just, depending on the age, you just never really care to know.
That's a
Yeah,
good
I
point.
mean, Tony's right. Only because on the other side of the spectrum, it's like you should be listening to your lady, and if she says she likes this necklace, you should be paying attention to these things. That when she points out these things that she likes, you put them in your mental Rolodex. You go back, like it works both ways. Like we all are out. We see little things that we like that grab our attention, and it's just again that paying attention to detail. I think would be admirable for all people. Keeps us interested.
I get it. Okay, let me load up the icebreaker. This one might be kind of triggering, especially for our married men. But I saw it, and I want you guys' opinion. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Where y'all at?
Been in this car for about 2 hours now because I refuse to go inside and be with my wife. Like, I hate her that much. The only reason why I'm with her is because I'm broke and I don't have nowhere else to go. Like, I can't afford to rent on my own, and she makes more money than me. So, I mean, if I was to get a good job tomorrow, I'd be gone just like that. With a woman I really want. But I can't afford the woman I want, so I gotta settle for her. Literally. If we're being honest, I think I'm doing her a favor. Because she got low self-esteem anyway, and she bad built, so she should be lucky that I'm with her, if that makes sense. So I don't feel guilty about it, but I mean, some gotta give, because I can't keep doing this. Like, I could be with somebody I really want, but I refuse to do more, I'm kind of comfortable with being nothing.
What y'all think?
He said it. What is the thing? He's comfortable with being nothing. You pay a little, you're gonna get a little.
Yeah.
That's what you signed
shop
up
at,
for.
right. You shop at the dollar store, you're gonna get dollar store products. You go to Five Below, you're gonna get
Facts.
something for cheaper than $5. He getting what
Facts.
he paying for. The fuck? You're a goddamn bum, and you complaining about a woman that's choosing your bum ass. You doing her a favor, dog?
He said she was a bum too.
Hey, I ain't gonna even say that. I'm not gonna say that because he said she make more money than him.
Yeah.
But she got the bag, but she looked like a bag.
What the fuck that got to do? He ain't no prize. Pause.
Let's go. Let's go, Rick.
Right.
Don't disregard the person that you chose and chose you. What the fuck? That's some homo shit, man. I'm sorry, bro. That's bum nigga shit. That's nigga shit. I don't care what nobody say, bro. You had that shit. He ain't had no right to open his fucking mouth, bro.
I agree.
You was supposed to be on point. You wasn't on point. That's why you at where you at.
Get your weight up.
Tony, you want to say something?
No, I was just saying I agree with Uncle Rick. He came to the internet saying shit like that. Look at him. He's clearly dusty. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds like he might be lamenting his life and his choices. He might be trying to take it out on her just by being with her, and
Mm-hmm.
then take it to the internet to embarrass her even further and make him look like a duck.
Right. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Brother, you got anything before I say the next icebreaker? Oh, he probably left out. Okay.
What's worse, a loser or the person that picks a loser?
For the
Right.
person that pick him for sure.
So does that go back to them being like a what they call them, homosexuals?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
that's what he is, the homosexuals.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. I got one more.
The example is y'all mad at JP, y'all should be mad at Flora.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, or if you want to keep it a buck, both of y'all, like you said, both of y'all just some bums that y'all water rises to its level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he looked bad. I don't care what nobody say. You look bad, bro. We don't know her. We going off the words that you say. You look bad.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I have one more icebreaker for y'all. And then we're going to get into our topic. Let's remove that one in there. Let's put one more now. I saw this one and I thought it was interesting.
Post that went viral, right? It was a rapper. I don't do no name dropping, right? But he said he could never do business with a man that cheats on his wife. And y'all felt that? Like, did y'all feel that?
Yeah.
Because I didn't. Right, and I'll tell you why. I figured y'all felt that. That's the goofiest shit I ever heard. And I'm gonna tell you why though, right? A man could be bad as a husband, but great as a father. A man could be bad as a husband, but great as a business partner. Those don't even go together. So a lot of times we hear things and we just want to run with them because it feel good when it's dropped.
Okay, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about his position on that? Can you be in business with a someone that cheats on your wife?
That ain't got nothing to do with you. You cheating on your wife. As long as I'm getting my bread and ain't nothing coincide with that, your personal relationship, I ain't got nothing to do with that. As long as I'm getting my bread.
Tony, anybody else?
Hey, you ain't fucking me.
Cannot.
You see what I'm saying? I understand the logic, but it's a logic behind it. But in real life, nah.
Right. As far as business mind, thinking like if you can't handle the money, I mean your wife, you can't handle the business or the money, or in that case. But nah, that's your business.
Especially when most successful businessmen cheat.
Right. So
yeah, I completely agree. A lot of the times you can separate the two. Because you cheat on your wife don't mean you'll cheat on your business partner. A lot of times there are bigger things attached to your business that would even keep you honest if you weren't the honest type as well.
It ain't the same as all I'm saying. It's not the same.
Yeah. So let's just take it out of business. Would you guys continue to be friends or best friends with someone and you know that he's cheating on his wife?
I have. Ain't got shit to do with me. And then the thing about it is, once the wife found out, got mad at me because I didn't tell her. Ain't got shit to do with that. That's between you and your husband. You bringing in a third party because they ain't tell you something. That's like no woman will tell a woman's husband that she's cheating. This girl code, ride or die. You will never hear that.
If I'm gonna be transparent about it, right? At this point in time, you just don't deal with it because you don't want no hassles in your shit. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to be part of nobody's problem. But hey, hey, that's like I said, he ain't fucking me. You see what I'm saying? Like that's your man. I don't get that shit. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like this point in my life, I don't want to be in nobody messy shit. Oh, Rick, you heard? Now keep thinking.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But me and his relationship ain't got shit to do with him and his girl relationship, right? Even said, I know what it's about to turn into. Well, you should hold them accountable by leaving them alone. No, what are you talking about? That's my people. He my people. That's your husband. That's your man. That's y'all business, not my business. But now I stay away from it for the simple fact I don't want that shit leaking over into my house because my shit is straight. You see what I'm saying? But it ain't because of it. Hey, that's their shit. You know what I'm saying? That's simply what it is. Y'all can hate it all you want.
But what about they saying, you know, the old saying is like, you know, birds of a feather flock together.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. I'm not gonna like again, people I hate it because no one ever wants to address it in context.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They don't want to address it in context. Shit happens for a reason, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's why I stay to myself now. You understand what I'm saying? So that way I don't have to deal with nobody's mess but mine.
Right.
Birds of a feather flock together equals girl code. I mean, it's they do the same thing.
Yeah. But that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about the women. We're talking about the men.
That's true. Let me stay on code. Let me stay on code. My bad.
And birds of a feather flock together is very true.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to cheating, I don't think niggas get together and they bond over cheating with their women. If you got a friend group, y'all probably together because y'all play ball. Y'all might rap really well. Y'all might get money together.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that don't mean y'all cheating on y'all girl together.
I got you.
And I could prove it to you right now. I could prove it to you, right? You have a guy group. You have a guy group that they go hang out, and the one dude always goes straight home. I'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Right? Go home to my lady. You see what I'm saying? So girls, you know, y'all shit. I ain't gonna say nothing because we ain't talking about y'all today.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Celine said this was in the back of my mind already, but I'm an individual, so I ain't fitting to let craziness and FS rub off on me crazy work. I don't know what you talking about. What okay? Let's see what Alma says. Who said anything about cheating together? Y'all about to make me tune this off because y'all ain't listening.
You in the mood today, Almanaz?
Almanaz, you got your panties in the TV? Hey, Kelly. So that's interesting. Okay. So let's get into our topic because I know it's Wednesday and people got stuff going on. So we're talking about who we always hear this saying, the women should follow the men and the men should lead, right? So the question that came up is, well, who are the men following? Who are, because I know the scripture says that the man is supposed to follow Christ, right? That's Christianity. That's what this, and then the wife follow the right. So the question is, who or what is the men getting their foundation, their advice, their what is the word? Advice, getting their blueprint, their vision from when it comes to their life for themselves and for their family. Who are they following? And I came up with a couple of categories. So one of the main ones is you have a lot of men, especially in the Black community, Christianity and organized religion, right? That's one. And now we have an abundance of, we'll get into that, the spiritual community. You know, people say, I'm not Christian, I'm spiritual. So that's on the rise. At first it was more about the women, and now the men are jumping on the board on the spiritual thing. And then we're going to get into the conscious community.
Donations.
We're getting to the conscious community. And last but not least, it's the pandering, the men that have chosen to adapt to feminism. So, y'all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, the first one is Christianity and organized religion. One by one, tell me some positives about following Christianity and religion for men. Leaving the women out, I want to hear some positive things for Christianity for men. Let's start with Tony.
I think a positive for following Christianity or religion is it can offer a structure to a guy, and a lot of wisdom and advice are in those religious books and texts as well. So if you're trying to figure out how to move through life, you might be able to find a way or a prescription to an issue, by reading the book or whatever scripture is in that book, whether it's the Torah or the Quran or the Bible, whatever you believe in.
Mm-hmm. Brother, he said.
Yeah, you know me, maybe not Christianity, sis, but the nation, Islam absolutely provides structure, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, a certain respect for nature and the hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, gives you a lot of value in yourself. That knowledge itself bring forth a lot of self-love, self-confidence, and a lot of things that should be inherently in us, but are not. And I believe that that puts those foundations back. So I believe those are some of the positives, not to full-fledged, fall in line with just religion itself, but I think those principles and foundations can shape a positive man.
Okay. Severe.
Piggybacking off the guys, just basically just providing knowledge and structure of basically how to walk through life, how to raise your kids, your family, how to love loved ones, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uncle Reed.
Uh, religions, if we're talking about Christianity, it gives a baseline of the nature of things. Also, understanding bloodlines. Um, but most importantly, it gives you certain instructions to follow to succeed in life. I think that all falls under structure, foundation. It gives you something you can come back to when you start to go awry, when you start to let other influences influence you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So the question to that, when you sort of kind of what you said, does organized religion give men a solid blueprint, or does it limit them to old ways that don't work today? What do you guys think about that?
I think they still work. I think people are just ignorant. I think people are niggering. You know what I'm saying? And the crackers are
Mhm.
cracking, right?
Right.
The truth is, if you follow a lot of the lessons in the Bible, I'm gonna say most because I haven't followed all, so I can't speak in absolutes. But every time I referred to it, and if I followed it, it yields good results. It's not that it doesn't work; it's just people don't use it.
Gotcha. Anybody else want to answer the question?
I feel like it does work also, and also to me, it all goes hand to hand with old school training that you was taught by your peoples. Also, common sense, common knowledge, basically.
Okay. Tony, brother, anybody want to answer the question?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of full indoctrination into religion versus, taking the things that work for you as a man, for your foundation, and then using those things to build upon and move forward. When it's a full-fledged indoctrination into religion, I think that's when it becomes problematic because you become more of a hindrance than a help.
Mm. How so?
Because of the advertisement. You know me, I'm big on advertisement. I think it's a thin line in between, pronouncing things and being in line with something and then being a full-fledged advertisement. So You know, those Bible thumpers that lead and finish everything with religion, you know, hello, praise the Lord, so on and so forth. Like, I think that's when it becomes advertisement, and it's more of trying to bring people in to the umbrella versus spreading knowledge and then letting people take the knowledge and then build upon it.
Right. And for me to address, like, the religion part is the bad part of it, because that's somebody else's interpretation. Right. Like I told y'all before, when I'm praying at night and I pray in the morning, I don't hear nobody voice in my head but mine. When I'm talking to God and he speaks back to me, I hear my voice. Right. So this is where I talk about the life lessons that you have to learn to understand. For one, you have to know how to understand what you're reading, right? And then you need to know how it actually applies to nature and life. And that's only a lesson that I can learn within myself, right? Sean might have a great baseline, right? But it's based off his perception and experiences. Right. So that's why you have to get into the Bible and realize what it means to you, because the Bible has now, I'm not going to say it has contradictions, right? But the way people interpret it within religion has contradictions, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, I get that part. So I hear all these positive things you're saying about Christianity and organized religion, right? Especially Christianity. Why do you think a lot of men, because there's this thing we're saying that a lot of men leave the church. What are your thoughts on men leaving the church in the past? Why did they leave now?
For me, it's you got it.
No, Sean, you got it, bro. I can definitely wait on this.
For me, it's no different than Dr. Umar says. Like, men, we see things realistically. And if after a certain amount of time we're not seeing fruits of our labor, we're not seeing any sort of change in actions or behaviors, we're not seeing anything come from being this church going man, then we don't pour into it anymore. It's not like we were never in church. We were in church. We were trying to adhere to the basic instructions before leaving earth. We know what the Bible means, but again, when it becomes advertisement for everything other than the men in the family, when the praise for the preacher becomes higher than the praise for the father, when like all this perfect storm pushed us away, we didn't just leave the church. It was a lack of celebration for men. It's more of a celebration for women. It's just, it is what it is. So once we saw that it wasn't the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, so to speak, we stopped squeezing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. Like, I was one of those kids in Bible school who asked questions like, "What do you mean?" You know what I'm saying? And just it's been perverted to the point where if this is your representation of balance, right? If this is the representation of order, and then why do they allow these things to happen within those walls, right? Again, it's pulpit pippin at its finest, right? It's just like what Sean said, right? If I'm seeing we putting money into a establishment and the kitchen been the same since the babies was little, you know what I'm saying? But the pastor's wife and him, they good. Come on now, like, you can only hustle people for so long. Not only that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if this is the representation of what's all right and good within nature, why are you guys accepting certain things? All right. Also, they delve into things they have no business in, like politics. Right. So again, it's just been perverted to the point where any man with any good common sense would walk away, let alone if he was a zealot, burn the building down.
So we kind of talked ahead of the clip. So I'm just going to go ahead and play the clip. Because we just talked about some of the reasons why men have left church, but now there has been a little increase of men going back into the church, right? So while we watch the clip, think about this question. Women make up the majority of church attendance, involvement, and even power. Are men really being led by God, or they are just being influenced by the strong presence of women in the church?
Yes.
Hold on to that. Let's play the clip.
And the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
Mega churches are a movement, a concept that has been getting bigger and bigger, and preachers aren't exactly trying to hide what it is that they really want.
You know, I've owned 3 different jets in my life, and I used them and just burning them up for the Lord Jesus Christ.
Televangelist Jesse Duplantis says God himself told him it's time for an upgrade.
He said, I want you to believe me for a Falcon 7X. So I said, okay.
The head of the World Changers megachurch in Atlanta asked for the donations in this almost 6-minute video, dubbed Project G650, as in Gulfstream 650.
There are around 1,750 megachurches in the United States. Some of them have gained a massive following. Gateway Church in Southlake, Texas, Life Church in Edmond, Oklahoma, Church of the Highlands in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm talking about churches that can fill an entire stadium. These megachurches are one thing, but there are also countless smaller churches whose ministers follow the teachings of megachurch pastors. And even if these ministers don't buy private jets and live in huge mansions, they're spreading the exact same message that these megachurches are doing, the prosperity gospel.
But I'm gonna have faith for it. I'm actually gonna build my stamina. I'm actually gonna do something. So you listen.
People ask me all the time, why is it that these heretics and false teachers have such vast ministries and such far reaches? Because the Bible's true.
The Bible says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but wanting to have their ears tickled, they will accumulate for themselves teachers according to their own desires.
So, guys.
That's a bar.
You said that's a bar. You said it's a bar. So I chose those little clips because I listen to a lot of like Facebook groups and stuff like that, and like a lot of women are now saying they don't even want a Christian man or a man that follow the Bible and stuff like that because of some of the things, the shenanigans and stuff that goes on in the church and the prosperity preaching and the weirdness that happens in the church. So, but then you have some men that feel like, because we always hear that thing, you go get you a church girl. So what do you guys think about my question? Because women make the majority of the church, right? So are men being led by God in the church, or are they just being led by the women in the church? Which one?
What are you talking about, ma'am? Is this a rhetorical question?
I'm just saying.
It's more women in the club, in the church, than it is in the club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Sean, my shit circled because it's true, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Let me prove to y'all. Let me prove to y'all how simple life is, right? What did I just tell y'all, right? When I talk to God, I hear myself in my head. Mm-hmm. What did that preacher just say? Oh, when I spoke to God, he said I could get a raptor.
He said he need an upgrade jet. Absolutely. Let's go.
Yeah.
He heard himself saying he need that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Them the suckers that believe him.
Right.
Them the suckers that believe him. Right? They go to church because it make you feel good about how they living their life fucked up, but God gonna forgive them.
Mm-hmm.
If God was perfect, why would he have to change the way he moved? Wasn't God in the Old Testament, Sean? Wasn't he fire and brimstone? Hey, if you don't love me, I'm tearing your ass up. Wasn't that God?
That was God. Yes, it was. Yeah.
Now he got to make it make sense, bro.
So what we need Jesus for?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in no Jesus. I call him Jesus. It's Jesus Christos. Right? You don't need nobody. I don't need no preacher to tell me God exists.
Right.
I don't need Jesus to wash my sins away. God already hey, live by my laws.
Mm-hmm.
Since when that should let y'all know the preachers on bullshit. Since when did you need somebody else to talk to the Most High?
That's correct. All right. Yeah.
But y'all got it though.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got it though. It's all what you believe, and I don't argue beliefs. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anybody else want to answer the question? Okay. Okay. Let's go to spirituality. What does to be spiritual means to you, and how does it positively impact a man's life? When a guy says, "I'm not Christian, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual," what does that mean in man terms? What does that mean?
He lost. He
He
lost.
lost.
Yeah, he lost. He's still searching. Yeah. So
What is
it's
going
all good. I
on?
mean, sis, like I said, that's a foundation. And again, it doesn't have to be in a particular ideology or, a higher power with a specific name. It's just the knowledge of the Most High, the knowledge and wisdom and understanding that comes with being a man. Like these things should be your foundation, and then you build upon your foundation around it, on top of it. The choice is yours, but as long as you're building, because if you're not building, you're destroying. And again, it's just these principles, and like Rick said, like nobody has to teach me these things. And I would piggyback off that and say no one has to teach me empathy and sympathy and compassion and caring for another person. Like these things are in me, and that's why I say what I say, that when we sitting down and we gotta argue about getting along or like where we're gonna eat, when the point is us spending time together, getting to know each other, the conversation that could come from it, the connection, the building. Like it's about the building. But when you make it about everything else, I know you don't like me. But again, that's just me. You know what I mean? Some people can't see those signs. So when you telling me I got to take you to a certain place and I got to wear a certain thing, I just know it's not about me and you. So again, I don't have to be taught these things. And I think that's the message that it sends, the basic instructions before leaving earth. Like these things are in us innately. If you can delete somebody and look in the mirror and have a shrimp roll or have some sushi, like you're a different breed. And that's all it is. And if you operate with this foundation, these premises are right and wrong and good and bad and so on and so forth, then use those things as a compass to guide you. Everything else is just you just out here lost in the wilderness.
Severe.
Just piggyback on everybody else. It's about a spiritual thing when they say, like I say, they basically lost. They're not with no type of specific religion. They just go with the flow, free spirited. I say, like whatever sounds good on the religion tip is what they roll with.
Mm-hmm.
I equate it to the gray area.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They want to be spiritually ambiguous. They don't want to have to commit to one thing or another, because once you make that choice, that's something you have to live by. If I say spiritual, I could believe in crystals today, I could read the Quran tomorrow and talk about Jesus the next day while fucking a girl with no condom every day of the week and not feel bad about it.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my apologies. Yeah, again, the gray area is where the lies play. You see what I'm saying? I hate when people say it's not black and white. Most things are black and white, right? Either you will or you won't. Either you did it or you didn't, right? So again, it gives them the leeway to play on either side, right? If they meet a chick with piercings and she's a devil worshiper, right? They'd be like, oh, it's cool, I'm spiritual, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not really religious, you know what I'm saying? It just gives them free and what's the word? What is it? Ambiguity, right? To be ambiguous. You see what I'm saying? Like a bisexual chick.
Right.
God damn.
When I was doing my research on it, it was saying like one of the bad points about being quote unquote in spirituality, because you so flaky, you all over the place. It's like you lack accountability and can become do what feels good without real discipline. So that was like one of the main bad points about being spiritual. Do y'all agree with that? The lack of accountability and not having discipline?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Because you're not tied to anything. No real spirituality. Whatever sounds good in the scripture, whoever quotes it sounds good.
Right. You'll take the good scripture that will absolve you of your sin, but then when the scripture come to tell you, hey, you going to hell, oh, that doesn't all be saved by Jesus.
Right.
Is actually not so far off from the Christians we see today. They're actually very similar.
Very similar, exactly.
And that's why it sells so good, Tony. You see what I'm saying? That's why it sells so good, because you can be what you want to be and do what you want to do, and at the end of the day, it's all good.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's very opportunistic. Very opportunistic.
So is it that when you said it sounds like the the regular church, right? So it seems like they are just leaving the organized part out, like, because like the organized religion part, and just going on their own feelings, or they're just picking and choosing certain scriptures, or picking and choosing certain rituals or things to adhere to, and leave the rest because they don't want to belong to an organized organization or something like that. Right. So is that the basis of men leaving Christianity and going into spirituality, because they don't want to be adhere to a organization or denomination?
No,
I said, my bad, Greg.
They just want to be like the women.
Mm-hmm.
No accountability. They don't want to have to follow the rules. They want the privilege of a woman, but then still be respected as a man. That's all it is. It's men understand there's certain rules that has to be followed. We understand. That's what me and Sean talk about. Hey, it's rules to this game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For me to be looked at as a man, there's certain things I have to do whether I like them or not. Whether I like them or not, I have to do them. For you to be a good woman, for you to be looked at as a good woman, there's certain shit you got to do and put up with, whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Look, listen to what I'm saying. These mega churches, especially I'm gonna say most of them. I'm going 98%. I'm not saying there's no good pastors out there. I'm not saying that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like good girls. They're few and far between, god dang it, right? But most of these churches, they're the club. They're the club. The preacher is the MC, right? They got a DJ. It's just different music. And nowadays it's the same. They dropping it low for Jesus, right?
Yeah, they sure are. Yeah, they are.
That's right. True.
Yeah.
And people don't understand what the black church actually was back in the days, right? The black church was something totally different. It was
powerful.
It was your community center. It was your bank. It was everything, right? It's no different. And this is why in the Bible, I'm not gonna say it verbatim, right? But Satan offered Jesus everything because it was his to give.
Mm-hmm.
God does not reside in the houses built by the hands of men.
That's correct. Amen. Yep.
So for you to go into a building thinking that you're going to find some type of spiritual awakening, or you're going to find some type of spiritual saving, this is your church.
Exactly. Yep.
Body is the temple.
Yep.
Let's go.
I totally agree. Oh, I mean, this is good. Okay, we're moving on down. So here's the one I really wanted to get to, because I asked brother the question, and recently over in the Untouchable Empires, we had an invasion of the conscious community. And I've been peeping out some things, and I'm quite sure you've seen the Hebrew Israelites on the streets and stuff like that. And I've been doing a little research, like there has been an uptick in a lot of black men starting to follow either the conscious community or slash the Hebrew Israelites. So, what are your thoughts? What are some positive influences you think the conscious community or Hebrew Israelites have on men today? What do you guys think?
I don't know
Conscious.
much about them except for they yell a lot on the mic.
Oh, jeez.
That's right. That's right. No,
Damn, read, brother, read.
I don't want to make fun of them, but I dig the Hebrew Israelites, right? Because they believe in strong men. You know what I mean? And you can believe what they want. You can choose not to believe what they believe or choose to, but they stand on their shit. I consider that honorable. Right? As far as the conscious community, hey, look, the conscious community, you know what I'm saying? Too many different thought processes going too many directions to get anything substantial. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It is what it is, though.
So you do know that the conscious community in Hebrew is like they kind of ride with each other. They kind of
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. They might seem like they do, but they really don't. You know what I'm saying?
So from what I've been seeing, a lot of especially in the YouTube streets, a lot of the conscious community people are now working together with a lot of the Hebrew Israelites people. So that's what I mean. They're kind of rubbing together.
I have, so I can't speak on that then. So I'll retort because I haven't seen that. So I'll retort. I gotta believe you on that one until I see different.
So, like for example, the Sarnetas people hooking up with Captain Nazariot and a few other Hebrew Israelites, and they're all collabing together. They all, doing community work together. So they're kind of working together side by side. So that's why I put them two together for this question.
No worries, and no disrespect. If they get together, I wish them success. You know what I'm saying? So,
anybody else have anything to say about them?
Yeah, I think I agree with Rick when it comes to the Hebrew Israelites. You know, if you're a Hebrew Israelite male, they raised you to be a fucking man, at least. You seem to be more of a man that stand on your principles more than at least a Christian would or a spiritualistic guy would. And as far as the conscious community, I can't really say much great about them other than their holistic approach to health. I think is really cool. But I think that would actually be about it. I don't think, the conscious community really contributes much as far as positive influences on men other than that.
Anybody else on the conscious community?
Yeah, my answer still stays the same. I think when it's an indoctrination into these communities, I think that's when it's problematic. But again, taking the pieces from the ideologies or viewpoints and then adding them into your foundation to make you better, I think would be more advantageous, because of course all of these communities we mentioned have their problems. So I think it's better to pick and choose, take your pieces and build a better foundation versus jumping in with both feet.
So shout out to Fatty for the rate. Thank you, Fatty, for sending the people
What up,
over.
Fatty? Beans was popping, boy.
What up? What up?
Cabrini Beans is in the building.
Good job. That was pretty good tonight, Beans. How do you feel about the debate?
I mean, it was okay. I just the only thing I don't like is that Diesel did a better job than I thought he was gonna do.
Yeah,
being stupid as hell.
hey, Bean. Street said you got cooked. That's just what I'm hearing.
I mean, listen, bro. Most people, shout out to Fatty for saying this. Most people don't understand how to judge a debate. You don't pick the person you believe, the person that you side with, right?
Damn.
It's about who substantiates their arguments better,
Exactly.
So some people can't differentiate that, and I understand it's difficult to do. It's difficult to say this person won a debate when you don't agree with nothing they said, but that's how you have to be able to do it sometimes,
Most people don't have the ability of fair listening. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Yeah. I I was looking at the poll.
Yes.
Right before I came over, I was talking to my audience, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I said, this is a really good one because it forced me to do a process of elimination.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to, again, watch this. I had to choose the thing that I didn't actually believe. Right. So I cast my vote, and my vote was for feminism, but I didn't really believe that. It's just that it's closer to what I think. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think most guys definitely ain't following the conscious community. Then I don't think most guys is practicing spirituality because I don't even think they
not following Uma.
Donations.
Donations.
Forever.
White forever.
Nobody's never, bro.
The only time these guys use grand rises, the only time they use grand rising is in women's DMs.
Grand rising.
Let's go. Like God is.
Hey, he's right. That's the only time I use it. I can't lie.
Let's go. Let's go, Tony.
That's it, right? So yeah, I mean, I was like, man, this is a good question. You know, I know most people probably would say their religious principle is Christianity, but the question is are they actually following it? And I don't think they are. And I think the majority of men, we use women to validate us more than we do our own spiritual beliefs. So that's a crazy question, a crazy poll you put out there.
I'm glad you like it. I'm gonna give the new people that's coming in the chat, I'm gonna give y'all some time to answer the poll, and then we're gonna look at it. So we talked about the conscious community. We talked about the Christianity. So I'm gonna pose the question to Beans. If y'all don't mind Beans answering the questions, guys. I asked the question about Christianity. And here's the big question. Women make up the majority of church attendance, involvement, even power. Are men really being led by God, or they're just being influenced by the strong presence of women in the church? What do you think, Beans?
Wait, I don't want to be disingenuous. Ask it one more time.
Okay. Women make up the majority of church attendance, involvement, even power. Are men really being led by God, or just being influenced by the strong presence of women in the church?
Yeah, I'm a just go with the women. I know guys who go to church, right? It feels more habitual, more muscle memory, than anything. We don't even have those kind of conversations. You know, we had plenty of conversations about women. You know what I mean? But we not sitting around having these deep conversations about God, spirituality, the Bible.
Right, right.
I can't even imagine calling one of the homies right now being like, yo, what do you think about 1 Corinthians 7:12? You're like, what? Dog, the game is on. I'm gonna hit you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, it's anecdotal, but I think women have become a primary focus for us from a general sense, whatever that looks like. Even if that's just chasing women, if that's you trying to be a pimp, if you're trying to live off of them, if you're trying to find a wife, whatever it is, I just think that women have become a primary focus for us. And I think in general, as a society, money has become people's true God.
Yeah. So the next one you saw it on the list is men that say they are spiritual. What are your thoughts about men when they say I'm spiritual? The fellas on the panel pretty much says, you know, they're just all over the place. They just don't have no real path. There no accountability. What do you think about somebody that says they're just spiritual?
I think that's one of those what did Ham call them, platitudes? Like one of those things that people just kind of say. They don't really mean anything bad. Like I used to be able to tell, right? In the 90s and even in the early 2000s, if the dude had like dreadlocks, right? He had the fatigues and the Timbs and all of that. And yo, God, what the drilly though?
Peace, God.
That guy was probably spiritual, right? He probably was a 5%er. He probably had some sort of knowledge of self, right? He probably understood spiritual sets like Haru and all these different things from African principles, or maybe even some voodoo stuff, right? Coming out of Louisiana. He probably had at least an understanding of those things in order to practice. I don't think most people do. I think most people are just you know how often I've had conversations with people who are self-reporting themselves as Bible thumpers, and they'll say that ain't in the Bible, and then you'll show it, and they're like, oh. Or they'll say this is in the Bible, and then you show them actually it's not, and they're like, oh. It's like, yeah, a lot of this stuff is just programmed. I don't think when people throw around that spiritual thing, I think it's just a way for them to escape the accountability in their actual religion that they're claiming. Right? They're serving the God. They're claiming they're serving the God of the Bible, but they don't actually follow the principles of the Bible, right? Because that was written by man. So I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. I just think that's just a good talking point for people.
What do you think about what Eclipse says? He says spiritual means self-righteous without the works. What do you guys think about that comment?
That's crazy. That's accurate to what I just said.
It's fair. Definitely fair.
Right.
Definitely fair.
Yep. That's absolutely what I just said in a shorter amount of words, and forget you for doing it. That's a fact. That's what it is. Getting older is saying when you can take that little bit right there, you're trying to say that little bit, but it take you 47 words to do it. That's what getting older is.
Mm-hmm. So now, what are your thoughts on the conscious community?
Y'all not gonna turn me against the conscious community, man. I think I've had a super high level of regard and respect for the conscious community. You know, like my cousin is a part of that community. He was on Deaf Poetry Jam. His name's Triple Black, and man, just like again, one of those dread dudes, you know, and all of that. Like, I just have a high level regard for them because of the fact that at least they're actually working with the information, right? They seem to be more studious, right? They seem to practice more, right, of what they're preaching and not just preaching it. And they seem to be, I would say, more tribal as it pertains to Black people, which we see the opposite of that with those who are considered against the community, right? Those who are anti-woke, as it were, you know, people who, like Nas said, you get a little paper and you become Uncle Ruckus, right? So if I have to choose between the conscious guy, I said this on a show one day, Red. I said, if I had to choose a guy to run my company, right, and the choice was between Anton Daniels and what's the boy name? Angry Man's homie?
Israel Mills.
Israel Mills, yeah. Between Anton and Iz, I would pick Iz. And the reason why is because I can trust Iz to get the same information that Anton can get, but I can also trust Iz to be more conscious and aware of how he's dealing with his people, right? And be more considerate of making sure that the decisions that he's making are a net benefit for the people and not just for capital.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I love the conscious community. Shout out to them. You're gonna have bad apples in every community, but I love the conscious.
T.O. posed the question. He said, what does the conscious community believe? Because from my research, they are all over the place. Like every few years, they have a new ideology that they're believing in. So what does the conscious community actually believe in? Do anybody know?
No.
That's a broad question, though.
Yeah, the question is
not disingenuous.
If I had to answer it, I would say awareness. They believe in awareness. Because that's what consciousness means.
But aware of
awareness.
Good question.
Your surroundings, right? Like understanding. A part of the awareness is that if I get to a certain amount of money, there's going to be a certain level of expectation that comes with that, right? So that's to me, I think that's the kind of aware, because from what I've seen growing up, again, it may be different now, but the guys who were quote unquote from that conscious community, they weren't focused on money. They might have had their jobs, they might have had their businesses, they could have been doing construction, ironwork, whatever they did that for money so they could provide for their food. But they weren't necessarily trying to monetize the conscious, right? The duty was to make people aware, to wake people up. Let me let you know what your history is, because the saying is, if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. You see what I'm saying? So if it's about what is it that they believe in, I agree with bro, with Mr. He said that it's about being aware at a minimal.
Yeah. And I mean that's again, that's the disconnect with nature, like awareness of everything in your circumference, like your health, like your community, like your children, your education, like all of these things is consciousness. It's just awareness. So, like being said, there's always going to be bad apples, which is not a surprise to anybody because every community has apples. But it's the fact that you have this awareness. Now, what you do with it, that's a whole nother conversation. But as long as you have this compass, this moral compass where there's a due north, then you can go south all you want, but you know what it is. And again, that's that foundation I was talking about, sis. Like whether you build around it, on top of it, if you don't build at all, if you destroy everything, again, that's on you. But as long as you know that you have a consciousness that there is building and destroying, then you understand that what you're doing is what you choose to do, and what type of ramifications or results you get from it is based on your actions. Again, awareness.
Lucky said belief comes from religion, not consciousness.
No, belief just are formed over time, over culture, over family, values, morals. Like these things build beliefs. Consciousness, again, is just awareness, and your awareness can build a bunch of things, not just religion. So yeah, I don't know. I'm lucky. We can definitely talk about it if you would like, but yeah, consciousness is just awareness. Let's get a dictionary definition and then go from there, since we live in those type of times.
Well,
I'll grab it.
Go ahead, Tony.
If consciousness is just awareness, would the non-conscious be aware? For example, would you consider Anton conscious? Because I think he's fairly informed about his surroundings and the awareness around him in the world, period.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's why he formulates such an opinion. He's so opinionated. He lands on the side that he lands on because of his awareness. He gets information on the subjects and then grabs a result based on that information that he grabbed.
So would you consider him a part of the conscious community like you would consider some of the, I guess, like Sonetter and them?
Nah, that word, see, the community word at the end of it brings on something different. Again, consciousness is just awareness. So when you ask, is Anton conscious? My answer is yes. But when you add on community at the end, is he a part of the conscious community? Nah, we definitely can't fall in line with that, because again, most people don't know what conscious mean. They need to get clarity and an understanding. So they definitely don't understand what the conscious community intends or what it means. So we definitely don't want to jump to that type of conclusion. Consciousness, the state of being awake and aware of one's surroundings. So again, the name calling and all of these different things, like this is when people become the people who they try to act like they're above or they're not. Like all of that name calling and saying they a cult and all of these different things, that was unnecessary, because conscious just means aware. Now, if you're forming your opinion on Dr. Umar or some bitch in a hijab that fucks everybody, like don't form your opinion on them, because they're not the ones that you should be using as a basis for the conscious community.
Yeah, let me say this real quick, because I want to go back off camera. I don't want to eat my sandwich on camera. The debate got me hungry.
Don't be like Black TV with the French fries. Yes, don't do that.
But and I say this with all due respect and love, because I don't have no beef with Anton. That's the homie. But no, he's not conscious. To me, again, and this is opinionated, I will say. The reason why I say that is because my experience of dealing with guys from the conscious community is that I could sit down with them and I can have a conversation with them about the plight of the black man in this country, but then also the tools available to them for what we call wokeness. He can't do that. All he got for you is Christianity and capitalism. Right? As far as I know, I'm just saying, as far as I know, that's why I said it's opinionated. As far as I know, he can't do that. He got Christianity and capitalism. That's what he can give you. He can't give me the African principles. He can't give me the 5% of principles. Right? He can't give me Islamic principles. You see what I'm saying? Like that, and that was the difference between the conscious guys is that one of the reasons, Uncle Rick, that I have so much reverence for Muslim guys is because of the fact that they can talk to you about the Quran and the Bible. You see what I'm saying? They not just sitting around saying we got this book and it's the only book and this and every other book is a waste of time and you don't need to be reading nothing else but this one book. No, we study it all. Right? Study to show yourself approved. So we study it all. We can sit down and have a conversation with you from our book, from your book, from their book, right? So that's one of the reasons why when I looked at, now again, this is just my experience. The conscious cats that I knew, even though they were some weed smoking ass niggas, but they could have a conversation with you about Islamic principles. They can have conversation with you about Christian principles. They can have conversation with you about 5% principles. They can have a conversation with you about the African principles. Like they could go through them all back and forth, bro. And it was just like so amazing to see them be able to do that, to be able to talk to you about. The first time I heard of dream walking, I was 17 years old in jail. And it was one of them conscious dudes in there telling me like, oh yeah, when you sleep and you dreaming, this is what's happening. Your conscious is doing this and this how you move through time. I'm like, what? Yep. Right? It was a conscious dude breaking that down to me. You see? So I just say, to me, I think we have to hold them. We have to make sure that we hold in people who call themselves or people who we can deem as conscious to a higher standard than just they can have a conversation with you about, Jesus and money.
Anybody else before I play this clip?
I don't argue belief systems.
So I'm glad everybody talks so highly of the conscious community and Hebrew Israelites. So here's the problem when it comes to men, because the purpose of the show is to talk about if women are supposed to follow the men, who are the men following, right? So the ladies are having a problem with some of the men that are following the conscious community or the Hebrew Israelites. And I found a little clip I wanted to show you. It's why. Here we go.
Unity is the new black church. I'm going to say it again. Just in case y'all didn't hear me the first time. The conscious community is the new black church. We want you to know that you are Hebrew Israelite. You can be here, but you cannot spread your doctrine here. You cannot give out pamphlets in the parking lot. We will hunt you down and put you out, or we will win you to the Lord Jesus. You cannot spread your false doctrine here.
That is the black Hebrew Israelites, the angriest cult in America.
Israelites, go there right now. Okay. Go there right now. Read the verse. Read the verse. Read the verse.
Here we go. I got my top 5 grifters and scammers that you have seen on Sawbetter TV. Well, here we go. You got the pills. Word on the street is the pills have a reputation for giving out bad business. And the pills kind of go hand in hand with number 4. Stinky inky. Stop laughing. Now, when you think of water and kidney water, enough said. I ain't got to say nothing. Bitch, this nasty sexual deviant man, he said, hey, come here, dog. Open your mouth. Bet your boy is disgusted. Mr. Astro Projection Peace family. He said, I've been scammed so much, fuck it. Hey, beat him, might as well join him. And the alias that picked him up was next to him. Now for the number 1. And this nigga right here, boy, woo!
Certain scriptures that contradict our doctrine are either ignored or explained away. Don't ask too many questions. They will curse you, physically beat you, and then say, God says it's okay. Whether they're asked by non-members on the street or members within the group, many Hebrew Israelites will often ignore or explain away any contradicting scriptures.
But people are watching us. They're watching brothers who were supposed to promote unity within the community, educate and promote black love. But these brothers are now fighting, cussing, sabotaging, and threatening each other. People are saying to me, so this is consciousness, huh? This is what it is to be pro-black, huh? Nah, it's not. This is sad. It's just that these brothers are supposed to be examples to the community. If brothers who were supposed to be taking positions of leadership are fighting amongst themselves, then what hope is there for the rest of us?
Yeah. The black conscious community versus the black church. Which one is better? I know a lot of y'all wondering because y'all might be trying to either come into the conscious community or you might be wondering if you should leave the church. This is how I feel. You should go with people that are righteous. That's what it's about. It's not about being conscious or just about being religious. It's about being righteous because the person is righteous is going to do you right.
I wanted to end with that clip. Here's my thing. Forgetting about being conscious or religious, should we strive to just be righteous?
How dare you?
I'm asking the question.
You know, people called us self-righteous, sis. That's not a word you want to be, because that's an attack word.
Forget about all the other stuff. Should we just strive to be righteous?
Yeah.
What, being righteous don't feel good though.
And it's not the new thing. It's not normal.
Right.
The new
What
norm.
did I say earlier? Right. Nobody wants to do the things they don't want to do to get the results they want for real. Right. To be guarded or look to something. Wait, the one dude said, he said, what's the hope for the rest of us? Ain't no hope for you, nigga, because you trying to follow somebody already. Right. You have to be smart enough to know what the truth is. That's what people don't understand. You have to be smart enough to know what the truth is. That's why I don't argue belief systems. It's easy to change an idea than a belief, right? Something a person believes in, that's their core. They believe that at their core. I'm not going to argue with that. That's something you believe in. You believe in that. And until you see actual physical proof of something that happens so outrageous to you that it changes your belief system, it's not going to change. Right? Good push, bro. Good push.
You're on mute.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry.
But I definitely agree, right? But that's how I know, like, the being a stand-up person, being a righteous person, being an honorable person doesn't get you anywhere. Right? Now, with the people you're aligned with, it does. Right? The people who are actually looking for that, it does. But on this thing that we call planet Earth, no. I don't argue people. Hey, you're free to believe whatever you want to believe. It's your life. It's your life. But I believe trying to, in the best of my ability, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, I falter. I try to remain honorable. Right? If I promise somebody I'm gonna do something, I do it, right? If I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And if I tell you I'm not gonna do it, goddamn it, I'm not gonna do it.
We're standing on what you believe in, standing on your word.
Right.
Y'all just I don't know. I don't know if this is enlightenment or not, but I realized as the video was playing that I never considered the Hebrew Israelite as a part of conscious community.
I put them as and. I said and. Yeah, I put them together because they run in the same circles.
Yeah, I mean, numerous people in the video alluded to them as a part of the conscious community. So.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said the video is saying something. I never did that. I always looked at them as separate from that.
No, they're how you guys say that the good girls is close to the hoes.
Exactly, and that's a recent thing. It's not like it's always been like that. They've absolutely been in a separate, entity. But now, when people don't even know what the word conscious mean, again, it's way easier to just group everything together because they can just lash out and attack everything.
Right.
But for me, it's just everybody got their angle. Like, this is not new information. Like, Stevie J used a studio and an album that's never gonna come out. Puffy was doing the same thing. Everybody has their angle, so it's gonna be conscious community niggas that use it to get cheeks. It's YouTube niggas that use YouTube to get cheeks. What the fuck? Like, this is not new information, and when people use plausible deniability, they act like they don't know it's gonna be niggas that it was niggas in the Black Panther that probably used those black leather jackets and them goddamn berets to get some cheeks. Like, this again, it's always gonna be apples.
Yeah.
But when you don't even take the time to know what the community is about, and again, I'm gonna land my plane with something mean just cause why not? This is why the conscious community shouldn't have left New York, because y'all motherfuckers don't even understand it. Like when it was Tribe Called Quest, when it was X-Clan, Public Enemy, when conscious was conscious and everybody knew what it was Afrocentricity and African American College Alliance hoodies and dashikis. It wasn't all of this gray area like Rick talking about. But when shit leave New York and niggas start putting they spin on it, shit get crazy.
Your mic is out.
So, y'all let me know if I'm just crazy on one side.
Yeah,
I mean, that's because, and I'm glad you said that, because that's exactly how I was looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Is that those kind of guys is what I consider conscious, not the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole point of it being conscious is that they had an expanded awareness. They had an expanded knowledge. It wasn't centralized to this one particular book.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's the thing that made them so different. So you say conscious, I automatically think of like
what do you say about this analogy? Because I want to put this clip in. For example, the Hebrew Israelites be on the street cussing, fussing, and beating people up on the corners. And the conscious community dudes do the same thing.
Where did beating people up come from?
They do. They be fighting people. They be ready to duke it up.
Y'all gotta stop this. You
they
gotta stop this.
They be ready to look. They be ready to get you.
I mean, but see, the thing I would give to them is that they have the scripture to back it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? They have the scripture to back it up. And whether people don't like it or not, whatever argument people want to come up with, that's the one thing I would give to them. But I don't know. I mean, I never saw that really, like I said, with the conscious community. The thing about them is they was always laid back. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't demonstrative, angry, bitter type people. That wasn't what they were. That's why they were conscious. They were more, I don't want to say passive, but they were more stoic because of the fact that they had this level of awareness where it was like nothing ain't meant to be, you ain't got to be excited about nothing really. It just is what it is. Nowadays, though, things I guess have changed, and you got to deal with it from what they present today.
So for the men, because I'm asking the question for the ladies. So the ladies are very hesitant to be with a man from these communities, right? What would you? It's not enticing. It's not. So what would you say to like women to make them feel, to make them understand that this is just structure. This is just, you shake your head already, Ricky.
Why you about to finish this lie? That's the question I'm asking.
Ricky, I'm the only girl up here. I gotta ask the questions like the girls be asking.
So you're gonna say the same lie they're gonna say, huh?
I gotta ask the question. It doesn't mean that I believe it. I just gotta ask the questions.
My bad. Continue. My bad.
They don't. They're afraid of the men that have these types of beliefs.
No, they're not.
No? Okay.
No.
Why you say they're not?
Because they're goddamn demons. Like, what are you talking about? Demons fight angels. You hear what I'm saying? Like, They lying. That's a goddamn lie. If they
Tooth
like
and
that,
nail with
right?
every ounce of their blood.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they like him enough and he got enough money and he got enough swag and he cute to them, they going. What you talking about? It don't matter if they're a Christian or an African. Look at Brittany Renner. That bitch turned Muslim. You know what I'm saying? They don't care what you talking about. That's a goddamn lie. I'm talking about. Stop lying. That's what I would tell the ladies. Is stop lying. Talking and kind of yeah, right.
They be saying it's too harsh.
They lying. They lying. If they like them enough, they'll get what they want out of them, then move on. That's how it go.
Ricky, okay.
Man.
All right, let's get to the last group that's on the poll, and then we're gonna look at the poll. One of my favorites. The pandering to feminism and simping. Apparently, in the past couple of years, this has become a new following religion path for our men. What are you guys' thoughts on the pandering dudes? What? Look, I got to ask the
question. They hey, that's y'all church, right? That's church. Church, my nigga, church, right? Y'all want to feel good, dude. Hey, lie to me, Sean, lie to me.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Lie to me. Make me feel
good. Let's go. Looking at.
They just giving y'all what you want, right? Y'all don't want the man that give you what you need. Y'all don't want that. They don't want that. They'll take that man that give them what they want all the time. And then what happened when they don't want it no more? My boy, what happened? What happened, Tony, when they don't want it no more? Seville, what happened when they don't want it no more?
They toss you out like yesterday's garbage, like they never had you. And looking for something else to do the same thing with. And after that's run out, it's the next one. And the next one, the trend keeps going.
Like I said, they do that shit because they love being lied to. That's what they don't want to. You love being lied to.
The song says, lie to me, lie to me.
Man, you tell them the truth. Hey, you know what? Don't wear that out. Some shit might happen. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, all this stuff is. I don't care what y'all say. All this shit is based behind pussy, bro. I don't care what nobody says.
Yes. That's
right. It's simply what it is. You know what I'm saying?
It's a whole fact, bro. Whole fact.
That's all it is, man. They're just trying to get some pussy. It's cool. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But again, what type of woman are you? It wouldn't be no pussy to get if it wasn't no pussy to get. I don't get what y'all don't understand this shit. Like,
is that a trick question?
Right.
Damn.
We're men, right? And I understand them, bro. But what type of man are you?
Right.
What type of man are you, bro? Right. So again, man, it's not my job to placate to you. I ain't no man if I do that. I'm not no man if I give you what you need. Well, you'll get what you want every once in a while, but I'm gonna give you what you need. But unfortunately, most of our women, again, I don't talk about the crackers because I don't fuck with them like that, right? But our women, hey, it sound good to their ear, look good to their eyes, they going. Just like the church. Just like the church. Every systematic thing they say we have a problem with is easy to recognize, and the pattern repeats itself over and over again. But like I told y'all, everybody sees it, but no one wants to be part of the solution. The people that do it right, y'all look down on them. Y'all talk about them. Y'all minimize their achievements. Right.
So I think, did you ask the question about what are we telling the women about dealing with these guys?
Did I? Yeah. Before the pandering people, I did. I asked them because Ricky didn't. Because some ladies are saying that it's kind of hard to be with men that are conscious or in the different communities and stuff. So they're kind of afraid of the men.
Yeah, I think that's just more about accountability, though. These guys are definitely gonna be on it about holding you to a certain standard. That's not before any woman watching this gets bent out of shape, that's not indicative of them holding themselves to the standard. I'm just saying they're gonna definitely hold you to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty much what that's more about. But I remember when my daughter was talking to this Hebrew Israelite guy who moved around a little bit and was trying to get my daughter to come here and go, like, I'm gonna be in Minnesota, come here. I'm gonna be in New York, come here. Her mom reached out to me with some concerns, but I was less concerned than her mama was. I'm like, at least he that. I mean, he could have been, you know, me. Right? At that age, he could have been a gang banging drug dealer. Right? He wasn't that. If you say, what's the worst that's gonna happen? She gonna end up a baby mama. Right? But at least with this, in this situation, she'll be a baby mama who got fed some information. And she used to hit me up, you know. The one thing I will say is that dealing with that guy and being in that space, she stopped hating men as much. She stopped hating men as much. She stopped blaming men for everything as much, and she started really holding women and taking women to task. Because prior to that, it was everything is y'all fault. Your women have to deal with everything, and y'all the one, blah 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 blah. It's y'all. But after that, it was like, nah, I see it now. I see how these women be. I see how they move. I will, you know, blase Skippy. So I'm just saying, shout out to her for not getting pregnant. But
so Beans. So what you're saying is that your daughter getting and staying with a good dude changed her perspective?
Let's go.
Okay.
No, I ain't saying that because I'm not gonna give him. I'm sorry I can't stand on it with you. But I cannot qualify or disqualify him as a good dude. What I can say though is that her dealing with a dude from the quote unquote conscious community, again, I didn't know and Hebrew Israelites was included in that, but her dealing with a guy from that community made her more aware, which is exactly what it's supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? It's supposed to make you more aware. To the
and
point
you said
where
she didn't have
like,
no baby at the end of it, right?
Nah.
So again, I'm just adding up the integers. He fed knowledge into her, gave her another perspective, and she didn't leave it with a baby. So overall, not a bad deal.
Yeah. And then on top of all of that, when in conversation, it became more about, man, Dad, I know one thing for sure. Whoever I have kids with, that's who I'm gonna be with forever. She wasn't saying that prior to the relationship.
Mr. Beans, all I'm saying is when Shahrazad Ali comes on and says a woman stays in a certain mental mind frame until she gets some information from a man, and then she kind of matures, has a different outlook, a different sympathy, and an empathy toward their plight. Is she way off by saying something like that?
Nah, I mean, because genuinely, I think you would have to care about a man in order for you to be able to kind of open your eyes to have that level of understanding. I just think it's different. People say that historically, we've always said that women were the emotional ones, women were the empathetic ones, and I think we're just finding out more so that that's not necessarily true. They usually have to have somebody that they care enough about to apply the empathy to. Whereas just in general, men, we don't like seeing stuff happen to women.
Yeah.
It just has a general sense. No matter how much they get on our nerves.
We're the real nurturers.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're the real romantics, guys.
Yep, I agree.
I mean,
So
just based off your stream today, bro, like, again, sometimes this shit shakes us at our core. Like, we can't sit silently by, and that's all we be saying. Sometimes silence is kind of celebration, and that shit turns into advertisement. So when I see you hit the live stream, like, yo, something hit close to home today, and I just wanted to come through and talk to y'all. And by the end of the stream, you was just saying, yo, love up on your children. And that's it right there. Like, that's all we saying. But to answer your question, sis, it's not a wise collaboration, because what fruitful has come from it? what hit song, what hit collab have anybody had from trying to collab with these quote unquote feminists? So I don't think it's collaboration. I think it's more coercion, because collaboration is when both sides are considered and put some put in and then get to have an outcome at the end of the day. Coercion is more of, something different, and I think that's what we're looking at. So yeah, I'm not with the pandering and all of that. It's just not. But I know who I'm fucking, so the goal for me is a little bit different.
Oh Jesus.
Tio, I keep trying to tell y'all Satan was a woman, bro. I keep trying to tell y'all, bro, Satan was a goddamn woman, bro. We are of God. We were made in God's image, bro.
Excuse me.
Listen to what
You
I'm
didn't
saying.
hear that part?
I keep trying to tell y'all. Y'all keep thinking the devil ain't got. Hey, the devil is a woman, bro.
That makes sense to me.
The devil was a Satan. What woman gonna listen? A woman will listen to another woman way faster than she'll listen to a man. Is that fair?
Yes. Yeah.
So you telling me God told Eve what to do, right? Adam told Eve what to do, but then Satan just come along and convince her just to go against the whole plan, right?
With that influence.
Yeah, I've heard it argued both ways, God being a woman and the devil being a woman. They both kind of make sense to me from just from an understanding point of view. But I just, I think at the end of the day, I just think that some stuff, it's about deprogramming. And I'm not gonna lie, it makes a lot of the things that I'm learning now about women, and I've learned over the last 4 years, or maybe even not even learned, but just realized I had to accept, makes the world darker. It really makes the world darker. It makes it a less woman place. You're like, damn, this how they feel about us for real? Damn, this what they think about us for real? Damn, this what they expect from us for real? Like it, so it ain't all this sugar pie, honey bum ass shit that we was like. It really makes the world a colder place. So but taking it back to the conscious community again, I would rather my daughter, my sister, my whatever have that kind of relationship than some dude who pretending like he know God, he don't, pretending like he's some kind of Christian because he go to church and put $10 in the collection plate, and he's not edifying her at all. He's not giving her no new information, nothing different, nothing to enlighten her to change, her perspective on the world. I watched my daughter mature past where I was at her age, right? And this was about
that would be my question to you guys. Who would you think, who out of all the categories that we talked about tonight, including the panderer dude, who would you would want your daughter to be with?
I probably would pick somebody from the conscious community first. It would probably be conscious community first, Hebrew Israelite second, Muslim third, Christian last.
So basically mostly just organized religion or consciousness community.
Just the person who, because like I said, for me, it may be different, but for me, the conscious dude is the person that he's the jack of all trades. He's the person that has information from a lot of different sources, right? And so he understands that it's more about walking the path than knowing it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can know shit, but are you putting any effort into being something different? You understand? A lot of Christians, even the Muslim, it's just the same thing. You put on a bow tie, you sell some bean pies, you go to church on Sunday, you throw 10 in the collection plate, all is forgiven. God knows my heart ass shit. Who cares about that? We're talking about my daughter, right? We're talking about what the kind of influence I want on her. I want somebody that's telling her, nah, you don't get to wear that. Nah, you don't get to talk like that. Every other word out of your mouth shouldn't be a cuss word, this and that. And I think she's gonna get that in a more, I'm trying to think, do I know anybody that, like, anybody that we all know, like Method Man. Method Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you listen to the lyrics in "You're All I Need" by Method Man, what's
go,
better
King.
than that?
Let's go.
I haven't really listened to that.
Go look at the
God damn
lyrics.
If we talking about the basis of the conversation, I want my daughter to deal with a righteous dude over anything, right? Because I tell my young bro this, right? It's the difference between moving right, doing the right thing, and moving correctly.
Okay.
Right? Because sometimes the correct way, it ain't the right way sometimes, right? The correct thing to do is not the right thing to do sometimes, right? But it's the correct move to make. You understand what I'm saying? So let me give you an example, right? If me and my girl get into an argument, right? Some people will say the right thing to do is to analyze her feelings and da 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 da. No, the correct thing to do, right, is to approach it as a man, right? What's the problem? You snapping for nothing. What's really going on? You see what I'm saying? It don't make her feel good in that moment, but the correct thing to do is to actually try to get to the bottom of the problem. You see what I'm saying? And that means in all things, right? Like, for example, a lot of people got toxic family members, right? Now, what most people say the right thing to do is they family, right? You should always ride for family, but the correct thing to do is you got to let them the fuck go. Right?
Yeah.
So again, I would want the man, hey, if that man is righteous, right? That mean, and this the one thing I don't understand about these so-called communities, right? They're not really communities because the good doesn't emanate out past them. You understand what I'm saying? If it's true and it's right and exact, that means everybody that deals with it benefits from it. Right? But you look at these things and these facts, and it's just, hey, it's just this person, this small group, you know what I'm saying? Just like the churches, right? Everybody, the pastor, only one who benefits. Where you win is in your feelings. You feel good about, oh, I went to church. I feel so good. I heard the word. Right? So it's no communities. It's like my bro say, everybody got their angle. Everybody got their hustle. Again, it's up to you to know what the truth is. Because if you follow somebody else and you take on their thoughts and their understandings, their truth becomes your truth. And you know how they talk now. My truth. My truth. Our truth. But y'all got it though.
Anybody else? You had a daughter. Which one would you want her to be with? Christian, organized religion, conscious community, spirituality, or someone that is adopting feminist ideals?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Rick. Someone who's righteous, because there are some people who believe in the organized religions who are righteous and they just live by the book, and they try not to deviate. They try to stick to it and try to do things the correct way by whatever religion they're in, or whether you're conscious or Hebrew Israelite. You know, as long as you're righteous in any of those avenues, I think you'll do really well, especially when it comes to, leading a woman, leading a family, and just walking in the earth and doing whatever you need to do.
Anybody else?
Method Man, real quick, Method Man is of the conscious community.
Okay.
Yeah, son is 5%.
Absolutely. Method Man been married.
Yeah.
Method Man been married for 24 years.
Facts. That's my man Clifford.
You see what I'm saying?
Shout out to Staten Island.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about. Like, and that's why I said if you just look at the lyrics for All I Need, right? Like he's breaking it down and showing you how, because I have this understanding, right? I have a whole different level of understanding from whatever it is that just one book or one religion can give me. You see what I'm saying? if you don't mind, just really quickly, I just want to pick out some. He says, "Shorty, I'm there for whenever you need me. For real, girls, me in your world, believe me. Nothing makes a man feel better than a woman. Queen with a crown that be down for whatever." Right? Like this is how he's talking in the song. You know, even when I'm locked up north, you in the world rocking 3/4 of cloth, never showing your stuff off. Right? The value for the woman, right? That's not necessarily just a boundary, right? Me not wanting you to dress like a whore is not necessarily just a boundary. That's valuing you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. That's why I said I would choose the conscious guy. And look at, we have an example of the conscious guy, right? Now I know people might say, "What about Snoop?"
He will.
I mean, Snoop been married to his wife for a long time too.
Oh, and what's his name? Ice Cube too.
Right, Ice Cube. Ice Cube is a part of the conscious community.
LL Cool J as well.
Very long time.
Yeah, LL been with his wife for a long time too.
Is the conscious community of today like the conscious community of the guys y'all talk about?
No, it's not. That's the point I was making.
That's my thing. Like, I would say conscious, and you know, when I was a jit, I really kind of delved into the esoteric and the conscious. However, just based on whatever I guess PR or the people I see today, I'm just really iffy on the conscious community, period.
Well, but that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So what you're looking at, first of all, I think it's kind of unfair because we're in the age of social media, right? It's probably fair to say, no way, I don't even got to say it's fair to say. I don't remember the name of the documentary, but there was a Black Panther documentary where they were talking specifically about the women, and the women talked about how the men, to Bro's point earlier, used all of that Black Panther stuff to get laid. Right? And we know a lot of them sold out for the money. So I'm saying
it was working with the government.
Those bad apples have always existed. It's just now it's more prevalent because we all get to see it damn near in real time because of social media, right? So we get to see the bull crap very fast, right? So it's like, oh man, is this what the community? No, that's not the community, right? That's it's the same the argument that the women make about the loud minority as it pertains to them. Oh, these women on the internet saying we don't care about men, we need 6 figures, and you need to cash at me 500 to get my phone number. We not really moving like that. That's a loud minority. Okay, well then maybe you need to extend that graceful, right, narrative to everybody else, and understand that it's a loud minority for them too, because that is not the picture. Like Dr. Umar is conscious, but come on, let's just be honest, bro.
Let me catch out. Oh wait, hold on a second. Let me stop you right there for a second. Look, brother, I got to do my thing with Mr. Caleb.
Yeah, you good.
I got a clip at the bottom about the panda biz, and y'all can talk about that and finish the conversation right here. I have to step away for a few seconds, y'all.
Okay. Before I play the clip, anybody got anything else? Beans, you want to finish cooking, bro?
No, I think I landed well.
Okay. Tony, Severe, anybody got anything they want to add before I run the clip?
Go ahead and run it, bro. I'm good.
I agree with you, Beans. I think the PR is, or at least in real time, they could show up the bad. They could show the bad apples in the community, and to that point, I do think I could do a little bit more research to change how I see them. But just based off of everything, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I see them now. But however, I definitely agree with you saying that. But I also just don't think the teachings, you know, whatever method man might know or feel as someone who's conscious, was really passed down to the new generation of what we call conscious. You feel me?
Yeah, true indeed. The climate definitely has changed. Definitely. All right, let's check out this clip.
Become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore.
Pandering to black women. So why do they pander to black women?
Like this, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. If you ever want to make a lot of money, join the dating industry and give women fluff.
You can literally be an abuser. say that black men don't like black women, but be married to a white woman.
That's crazy.
You can say black men are bums and they can't afford to feed their families and they're bumming off black women while simultaneously on this app begging for food, begging to support your family, all the while don't have a job yourself. You can even get on this app and lie and say you're in the schools talking to the teachers that black men are not in there. You can also be an abuser, a woman abuser. You can also be a child abuser, and all while making your content from jail. You can get on this app and say marriage is an enslaved contract and how you would never do it to a woman because they have so much hard and a difficult time getting out of those contracts, but you have no problem with making them baby mamas. I wonder, are you going to tell your daughters that it's okay to be a baby mama and not a wife?
Let's stop right there. What do y'all think about the video so far, about his rhetoric and him, pulling up these quote unquote receipts to kind of solidify his point? You guys can just jump in, man.
I'll go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, my fault, bro. I mean, I don't know. I gotta look at that again because I was listening but doing something at the same time. But he talking about how it's okay to be one thing but not the other for women.
He's kind of like just giving examples of how, some of this rhetoric that we see online can be problematic, and then he's kind of showing pictures to encapsulate his statement by showing these men who kind of personify what he's talking about. What you think, Beans?
First of all, it don't work for everybody. But
let's go.
None of it works for everybody, whether it's the pandering, whether it's the black conservative talking points, whether it's the woke. Not everybody is just going to be able to get on the internet and make a whole bunch of money doing it. I think the problem that we have now, though, is being able to discern who is who. It's becoming more difficult. If I turn on it, if I go to YouTube and I see a guy that says, I just first time seeing the channel, I click on it and he up there like, and it's y'all black men's fault and y'all ain't this and y'all ain't that, and the black woman been carrying the community for this. In my mind, automatically, I'm going to put him in the panderer box. I'm not even, I don't know what he said in the first 45 minutes of his show. I don't know what video he reacting to. I don't know none of that. All I know is I just tuned in and boom, this is what I heard. So I'm automatically going to put him in that box. A lot of the times, and not necessarily those things I just used because those was examples, but a lot of the times people be saying things that are at a, I don't want to say they are majority true, but they have some validity to them. And then we're just automatically putting the person in the box. So I think we have to do a better job of gauging that, right? Derek Jackson, I think, was a prime example of, in the beginning, I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought the dude was on the internet, trying to talk nice about women. I didn't know that he was making all the money that he was making. You see, then once things started coming out, it was like, oh, okay, so now I can see the play. But that's because at that time, I was less quick to put people in a box. Now, I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too. Soon as I hear you, but the black, what's the dude name who be on Fatty Channel? The public offender. Soon as I hear him talking, I'm just like, oh my God, pandering, panda bear.
Okay.
This ain't make, you see what I'm saying? But I don't even know if that's actually where it's coming from.
So let me ask you, before you land your plane, after your experience and your years of being online and a content creator, would you say you would advise someone to do what you did earlier or latter? Would you suggest that they give people the necessary space and then place them in a box? Or do you think they should be skeptical initially and, go from there?
Yeah, man. emotionally, I want to tell them to do the latter, but logically, I have to tell them to do the former. You know, you because I don't want to get put in the box. And I'm literally right now, I've been talking to different people that I'm doing stuff with about that, because it's like, yo, I care about my branding. I don't want people to, every time they see me, I'm going at the police or I'm arguing for welfare, because people they're gonna get tired of that. It's way more stuff that I can talk about, you know. So I don't want to get put in the box. So I can't suggest that we just automatically put people in the box. That would be disingenuous. But I do think that you just have to give people a chance. I think if you've been around it long enough, though, it won't take you too long. It won't take you long. Just like public offender, I know that dude. Yeah, that shit ain't real. That's all gimmicky, you know, social media, clout chasing, pandering. That's what that is. Absolutely. Right. But now I have the discernment to do it. So if that's what it's about building up the discernment to know whether or not it is what it is. People who never concede anything, find a way to argue every single point, those are the ones who you know for sure are just pandering.
Appreciate
and
you.
it's
Beans.
okay to put
Appreciate
them in the box too. I want to say that. Make sure
I got you.
It's okay to do it when you confirmed it. It's okay to be like, man, if you don't get your
Okay. Tony, what you think, man? What do you think about the clip and anything you want to chime in so far, sir? Tony, you there, my G? How about you, Severe? You there?
Hello?
Oh, yep,
there
yep.
you
Tony,
go.
you
Yeah,
there?
man.
Okay, my fault. Yeah, my shit won't plug in
Nah,
all
you
the
good.
way.
You good, bro.
No, I agree. It's very easy to decipher and see who's a panda bear. If the women are agreeing with him in a major way, he's one of them. And a big reason why they actually are able to get a lot of that shit off is because it's just what the women want to hear, and they're not putting in the time, effort, or conscious effort to really understand the nature of why a guy like that will be doing that, and that maybe, you know, is just what they want to hear. So they don't really care about shit else.
True indeed. True indeed.
Well, yeah, I think it's gonna be. I'll say this: it should be more difficult for women to do it, but men have a problem with this shit too.
I agree. If a woman says what a man wants to hear, he doesn't necessarily put her through the ringer to test her mettle to see if she means it.
Oh God!
But when a guy does it, it's just, to me, at least to me, because I'm a guy, it just seems way more obvious when a nigga does it. Like when Derek Jackson was saying, "We love stretch marks." Oh, if he's a guy doing this, he's that. It's just it just seemed way more choreographed and easy to spot.
You know what?
A woman.
That's a great example of what I'm talking about. Because I'm a guy who says I love stretch marks, right? But when I say it, I ain't pandering, right?
It's how you say it too, though.
Right? Yeah, I like my women a certain shape, so because I like them that shape, I expect them to have them. So if they don't have them, I'm assuming they not the shape I like. I can't imagine I'm gonna meet a woman 160 pounds, somewhere between 160 and 204 that don't have stretch marks.
Let's go, Beans.
I don't see how that's possible. Stretch marks and cellulite, they got to have them.
Oh,
Plus,
cellulite.
I like 30-plus-year-old women, right? I like 30-year-old women because the 30-year-old women have filled out. You know what I'm saying? So they carrying their weight better now. You know what I'm saying? They don't have like those bony, I play for the 8th grade boy varsity team frames. I don't like that. I don't like the little bony like frame. I don't like really thick bulging collarbones. Like I like the not fat though. I hate when people try to take it and make it.
Do you know you're a little whore?
That's a fact though.
Oh, what's wrong with collarbones? Okay.
Oh, I'm just saying though. But my point is, if I say it, but my point is, if I say it and somebody hear me saying it, are they gonna think I'm pandering? Because I said I like stretch marks. That's crazy, right? But he said Derrick Jackson said it, and we know that nigga was pandering. It's the same thing I said about the Grand Rising thing, bro. I started saying Grand Rising. I was saying
it,
to my
Beans,
woman,
you did.
And when I went and seen that all them niggas was in my woman DM saying Grand Rising to her,
Lord
I
Jesus.
stopped saying it to her.
What in the world?
I stopped saying it to her. Like,
how dare
that
y'all?
just made me not want to say it no more.
The audacity.
I cannot.
Severe, what you think, man? Severe, what do you think on the video and anything else you want to add in, sir?
Yeah, just piggybacking off everybody. It's the same. All women want is a yes man, nothing more, nothing less. Yes, yes, yes. No no's. If you knows, you're out the group.
I got it.
Yeah, but they look good though.
They could look good don't mean you gotta say yes every time.
Sorry.
God damn.
Good though.
He said, but they be so fluffy though.
Right. Like
so you know you kind of like them filled out, but do you like the genuine fat chicks too, or no?
Hey yo, let's go.
I like what I like Sunshine Anderson.
Ooh wee.
If you see Sunshine Anderson in 2025, that's what I like.
I gotta look it up.
Man,
Crazy.
Sunshine Anderson in 2025 is incredible. That shit is incredible, bro. But that's what I'm saying. We don't want to get to a point where compliments is pandering. That's insanity.
I agree. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We don't want to get to that point. We got to be able to say that, and I'm talking about the men, because we understand that women are delusional. But I'm talking about the men. We can't be you a simp, you this, you that, because you could pay a woman a compliment. If I'm on a panel with a dark-skinned woman and that dark-skinned woman is anywhere near attractiveness, I'm going to compliment her. Why? Because I'm consciously aware that a lot of dark-skinned women think they're on the bottom of the totem pole. A lot of dark-skinned women think, oh, men don't like dark-skinned women. It ain't that. Some of y'all just don't have cute phenotypes. Some of y'all dark-skinned women look too much like your daddies. Right?
Hey, yo, Beans, that's crazy.
Hey, leave Ari Lennox out of this.
Right?
Coco Jones,
the ones
too.
that look
Talking about
good, we
Coco
gotta
Jones.
say something. I'm gonna say something. If don't nobody else say something, I'm definitely gonna say something. Like, girl, you sure looking good. Melanin on fleek tonight. Okay, I see
Let's
you.
go.
Right?
Let's go. Check chocolate.
Now it's gonna be this nigga a simp.
But you know what though? I feel like we've seen you do that in real time, and it didn't sound like pandering.
Right.
I need to
that.
find. I'm gonna see if I could find an example of a nigga doing that and it's pandering. And I
But
think
for me,
when we, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah,
bro.
you go ahead, Tony. Nah, you go, Tony. I'm sorry, sir.
No, I just make it short. Shit, man, I forgot. Go
You
go
said
ahead,
you
Mr.
want to find
Houston.
some. You want to find an example of somebody
Right,
doing
right.
less pandering.
Oh yeah, because when people watch your content, you also criticize women. So you can say you like stretch marks, or you like dark-skinned women, or you like women that are filled out, and people won't think you're pandering because you also said realizing things about women makes shit seem dark.
Yeah.
A real panda bear wouldn't say that. So that's why I think women lack the ability to discern, because if it's all rainbows, sunshines, and compliments, they rocking with it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's what I was going to reiterate, that it's the totality for me, Beans, that I listen to you with. And I'm not sure if everybody does that, but the sides of the spectrum, like you said, you may say something that may not be favorable in their ears, but on the other side, you do say the black woman is God and a bunch of other stuff. So again, if it's the totality, if people listen in totality, they can get context. But it's again, this is what I was talking about the conscious community. Like, it's the sound bites, it's the attacks that are insensitive. I'm not saying the conscious community is what we fall in line with, or I'm in line with them at all in 2025, but at the same time, to just not know that consciousness is awareness And a lot of people fall under that umbrella, even people unbeknownst to Mr. Beans. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't understand that. Now they've put the Israelites in that conscious umbrella, and it's just that it's an umbrella, and it's a lot easier to just kind of associate people and place them in this box that we talk about. But again, I'm going to always listen in totality, and you, Beans, are somebody you don't want to just listen to bits and pieces of you. So you know what I mean? I'm going to listen in totality. I'm going to listen to both sides of the spectrum, and I'm going to land somewhere in the middle. So shout out to all of y'all, man.
Okay, you got some Sunshine Anderson fans in the chat.
Man,
she
I ain't gonna lie. I just found out recently. I was looking for
Jay was messing with her for a while, son. Like, she's definitely.
Yeah. I was looking for something. I can't remember what it was. And then they put what's the name in my algorithm? The her performance live. Oh my God.
Say that one more time, Beans.
I said I would think I was trying to put together a list of those neo soul songs.
Yeah, neo
and
soul.
temple ones that came out between like 2000 and 2004 or something like that. And because of that, then all of a sudden in my algorithm on YouTube, they just start putting like all the collective shorts of her performance live recently. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Lord
I
Jesus.
looked up, I was like, oh,
but yeah, that's what the conscious community kind of birthed, like that neo soul genre, like the backpack era. Like, that's what it kind of cultivated. Like, again, it turned into something different, but the Jill Scotts, the Erykah Badu's, like, it was a certain clique. You know what I mean? Whether it was Philadelphia or New York, but it was a certain clique that had a certain vibration to them, and it was never a lower vibrational. So, you know, it's definitely become something different now, and that's why I say, you know, it's better to kind of like do the backtrack and see what, you know, Beans was talking about, meth and all of these different Q-Tip and all of these different guys that are of that community, and kind of see how it evolved to what it is now.
Before I play the clip, my Cash App is empty.
Don't forget to support the Paper Towel Fund. On Cash App, Red Lipstick Vibes.
Fell in love with my avatar? Ow, that's sweet. Now fall into my Cash App, baby, at Red Lipstick Vibes. Because apparently I don't have legs, but I do stand on business.
Okay.
Hey, yo, sis, that. Wait a minute. Hold up. That's crazy.
Hit the Cash App, support the show. Okay. You guys not finished the clip. Okay, here we go. Let me play the clip, guys.
You are a man and you can't pay all the bills. I do not want you to join any mass.
Man, if you don't shut up, Derek Jackson Jr. without the muscles. Panda bears are live and real.
I think that people like, obviously you have the Derek Jacksons of the world, you have the Steve Harveys of the world, you have the Ace Metaphors of the world, you have the Justin LeBoys of the world, you have the Pastor Poppy Dons of the world.
I hate them.
These are people who play specifically on women's emotions to build up a fan base and then to sell courses, or in some cases sell books. When Derek Jackson went through his whole thing with the cheating, he
So y'all agree when he said that they plan on women's emotions just to like to sell things and to make profit. They really don't believe their ideals. They're just doing it for a profit. Y'all agree with that?
I don't know.
I mean,
that's the part what I'm saying is getting harder to determine. It may be easier. Okay, I'll put you like this. It's a lot of people who agree with what Derek Jackson says, but they ain't on YouTube.
Right, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I think that answers your question.
That's how they make their money.
That answers your question.
The minute that you monetize it, it becomes very difficult to determine whether or not you there for the money, or if you there because you actually believe the message.
I think once you monetize it, it means you're there for the money. Because you could just do it for the love and not get paid. Why monetize it if it really mean that much to you?
But to your point, it's when the message is one-sided. Right? So if you're saying if you're just having a general podcast, then it makes sense. But when the message is one-sided, man, it becomes really difficult. I mean, because I didn't know nothing about that guy. I didn't even know he was the ace guy. I didn't know he was the one behind tonight's conversation.
And he's Derrick Jackson protege, by the way.
Yeah, Ace Metaphor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't know a lot about him. I wasn't really paying no attention to him, and I kept hearing his name get thrown around. And then I started seeing more things for myself from other people reacting, and it was like, oh, okay. I see why they saying this now, right? But does that mean he don't believe it? I don't think you could say that. I think some people do believe it, but that still don't mean that they ain't pandering. You see what I'm saying? Like from our space here, I ain't speaking about everywhere. I'm just saying from our YouTube space over here, when nobody over here screaming the black woman is God. I started saying that over here. The black woman is God, the black woman is God. Right? But I did it in
Were you saying it because it was true, or were you saying it because you wanted to make money?
Right. No, I was saying it because that was my way of complimenting black women.
Why would you want to compliment them?
Because what the hell on earth is better than that? What the hell on earth is better than a
No, I agree. I wouldn't disagree. But the reason we hear is because they need to hear about themselves. Like, and that's that's my thing with this whole space is sometimes we kind of lose the meaning of definitions. We forget why we came here. We didn't come here to be fair. Like, we've been being fair for 30 years, and it been the black man ain't shit, and pick your pants up and go get a degree and raise your kids and stop drinking and go to school. And like, we took our whipping already, Beans. We came here. This space was created because these chicks need to take their medicine. So when people come with all of this, let's be fair and the black woman is God and let's give them some consideration, like, why? No, not right now. It's not that time. It's time for them to sit the fuck down, take their fucking cod liver oil and like it and make the necessary corrections. But for 5 years, because we only been here for 5 years, I'm not sure how long everybody else, they've been resistant. And that's why no one moves on. No, we're not moving on. And again, you don't get to say, stop talking about black women and y'all need to be talking about something different. And then men championing with the shit. And this is why we talking about simps and these niggas that just fall into this ideology, because that's not where we're at. Like, look at society. They're the ones that raise kids. They're the one that's supposed to nurture kids. They're the ones that's supposed to feed them vegetables and make them drink water and read to them before bedtime. Do they do any of that? When you think of the typical black woman in your head, what pops in your head, fellas?
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not in the 2000s with y'all. my in the 2000, in my mind, I'm still in the 80s.
Okay.
I'm still in the 90s. And that might be based on trauma. But because emotionally and psychologically, I'm kind of stuck there because of what I've been through. But I guess I should be thankful for the trauma then, because I know that this new breed of women exists, and I know that's what the current times is. But from a psychological and emotional standpoint, I'm still in the 80s and in the 90s. I'm still where we were more naive to on what was happening, because I see those women as being a possibility, even though I'm the same person who says the community is cooked. But to your point, I'll say this. If I'm on a panel, okay, even God was repentful, according to the Bible. So if God can be repentful, I have to allow grace for redemption for mankind in general, and more specifically women, because I like them more than I like men. So the fact of the matter is, I may be on a panel with a woman who may be programmed a certain way. She may be misled, misguided, working with bad information, lost in her feelings and all of this different stuff, but more so programmed. And I can tell that she's open to new information. She's open to having her heart and mind changed. The black woman is God. But now if I'm on listen, I've been on panels and called women bitches and hoes. You don't got a lot of that. You don't got 50, 60 clips of me doing it because I usually I try not to go that route. It's only been a couple of chicks that I've been into it with, and I've probably been into it with them a couple of times. But you can be a bitch and a hoe if you take me there too, and I know the difference, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's not necessary. I don't think it has to all be tough love. That's what it is. Mr. He said, I don't fucking really like tough love. I don't think that shit works. So I think it's okay to be stern and firm, but I'm just not a fan of tough love. So yeah, I might throw in some of the black feminist
who gets to
God,
determine the stern and hard?
You do.
They do, or we
No,
do?
you do. You get to determine how your correction, your criticism, right, even done out of love, you get to determine what it looks like, and I get to determine whether or not I like it, or if I think it's too much, or if I think it's just right. You see what I'm saying? And I
Right,
might
but
not
that's what
really
this show
coincide with
is
it.
about tonight. Like, should we have a baseline for all of us men based on
No.
religion, based on ideology? Should there be a baseline that we all operate by so that we know what we
You're
up
talking about
against?
criticism?
Talk to me again. Say that again.
You're talking about a baseline of criticism?
A baseline of standards. I wouldn't call it criticism. I would say standards.
Well, it's difficult for me to say no to that, but see what I'm talking about specifically is this. You know how with mom and dad, and it's the example I love to use. Mom and dad is outside teaching the boy how to ride the bike. He falls off the bike, he scrapes his knee. The mom comes, oh, my baby, kisses the boo-boo, blah, blah. The dad comes, all right, now get your ass back up and get back on the bike and let's do it again, right? So you kind of need both. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying if you doing that, I ain't gonna tell you not to do it, right? But if I'm doing the loving thing, don't tell me not to do that either, right? Because that shit gonna go bad. Don't
I feel you.
my way of not allowing who I am understanding our women are being programmed to be, to not drain all of the life energy out of me, is still being, to some degree, the loving, kind, hold the door open when I see you coming type shit. You know what I'm saying? Pump your air for you if I see you out there struggling with it. Something, you know, like those friendly, what do they call it? Chivalrous gestures. I'm gonna still do that, and even with verbally, I'm still gonna do those things because I don't want to just become a super pessimist, you know, anti-woman, incel kind of guy because I know who the majority of y'all are. Right. I don't think we fix anything by doing that. So I'm not gonna tell when I see Mr. He Said and Mrs. She Said doing a show where they getting at the parents for the way they are to, you know, I hate to overstate it, but the way they are destroying kids,
let's go
to some degree. I'm not gonna be in the chat talking about, man, why y'all saying that like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop my stars. I'm gonna hit my like. I'm gonna watch for as long as I want to. I'm gonna agree where I agree at and be quiet where I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to kill the message. You see, and I do that because I know y'all not anti-black, y'all not anti-woman, y'all not anti-children, y'all not anti any of that. Y'all anti-destruction of your people. So I know what you doing is coming out of love. If you see somebody else doing that, if it's Derek, like I hate to use his name, but if it's Derek Jackson, we know he pandering. By all means, kill him in the chat. Man, you don't get your pandering ass. Man, you don't get your big blue head, little lip, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you're gonna do, okay, cool, because that is destructive, in my opinion. You're playing into the delusion of our sisters. That's not good. You know, but if I'm on a panel and we might be cooking the women, man, y'all do, but then I come out of nowhere and be like, yeah, but the black woman is thick as hell though. Let me have that.
Let's go,
right?
man.
Let me have that. Let me have that.
Duly
And
noted.
let whoever gonna enjoy that and appreciate that, let them have it and let them enjoy it. Because them being thick as hell don't stop the criticism and the correction that we
Yeah, it
left
didn't change
on them.
nothing. You ain't lying. It didn't. It
You
didn't
know what I'm
change nothing.
saying? It ain't
You ain't
changing
lying.
shit. Still need to stop
You're
talking to me like that before I knock your ass.
God. Appreciate you, man. Yo, this was a dope panel, man. I appreciate you guys taking the time out, y'all busy schedules, just to even come over here, man. And again, y'all know how we chop it up over here, and it's not favorable to all palates, but we still gonna push the narrative and the envelope forward to see if we can get a good conversation and give you fellas an opportunity to come through and speak your piece, man. So let me get you guys' final thoughts. Tony, man, what'd you think about tonight, man? And anything you want to leave the people with, man? Drop some gems on them.
Yeah, it was a really, really good conversation. In this space, we talk about women a lot, and I think it's needed, but I do like that this conversation was really centered towards men. And I really appreciate that you and Red Lipstick Vibes was able to offer that conversation equally as far as what you guys speak about. The conversation was dope. Shout out to Beans, Ricky, Severe, as well as you, Mr. He
Always.
Said, and thank you, Red Lipstick.
Salute, Tony, man. We appreciate you, man. And keep inspiring, man. Keep doing what you do, man, because we see you out here and you are definitely an inspiration over here with the tribe, man. Beans, salute, man. We appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you do. Keep being you. Great job on the debate tonight. I'm not gonna say which way I lean. You know what? I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm not gonna say nothing. But you did a great job, man. Always in the conversation again, just from day one, man. From Sir Hale all the way back. You've always been present and been willing to give the conversation a certain logic and a certain skepticism that is admired. So again, bro, keep being you. I drop in when I can. I donate when I can. And you know I love you, man. So keep doing what you do, man. Keep being you. And give us your final thoughts, man. Drop a gem on them.
Absolutely, bro. You know it ain't nothing but love over here, man. Yo, you and wifey been supporting for a long time. And I'm a very nostalgic person. So when I see you, wifey, Red, Almond people that's been rocking for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years since I've been here, still popping into the chat saying what's up, still dropping likes and this and that, man. It really does my heart good. Yeah, like I say, man, just to close out real quick, I love women. I'm not gonna stop because I've been down the hating road and that shit is corrosive. It really makes your life worse, So shout out to all the people who are having the conversations because they want to see change and not because they're trying to make some change. You know what I'm saying? But to the sisters, man, y'all know what it is. If you think I'm rocking with you, if you not, you gonna get this smoke.
Let's go, King. Let's go. Fight back, ladies. Fight back.
Listen, you're gonna be on the panel. You're gonna be a skinny girl. You be like, why he talking to me like that though? He didn't tell me I was a god. No, I'm just playing. But no, but salute to Fatty, salute to Red, my man, Mr. He Said, the Untouchable Empire, Pod Mob, y'all know what it is. 5 stars in the building. Salute to the whole space, everybody that's still rocking out, man. It's just gonna get bigger and better. And yeah, man, I hope I can be on the show next week too, man. I really want to start being on more panels with different topics, so that people don't think all I do is talk about the police and the white man. I don't want them to think that I can talk more about the police and the white man. I promise y'all I can. You heard me? Jersey.
Well, yeah, man. The door's always open for you, Beans, man. Over here with the tribe, man. Sis, us, just pop in whenever you like, man. We always got something dope, a dope conversation going on, man. And you're always welcome. So salute to all our day ones, man. Salute to all of y'all amazing content creators that be out here just doing the thing, man, pushing the envelope, having the conversations, because that's what it is, man. Let's check out these super chats and see if you guys want to respond to any of these. Feel free. Let's see what we got. We got a membership gifted from the tribe. Salute. If you got that membership, please try to keep that up. We appreciate you. Welcome to the tribe. We got a membership of Mr. He Said for 16 months. Tribe activity, Petty Red for the win. Thank you, sis, for always creating this space for us fellas. And Nino gifted a membership. If that membership landed on you, please try to maintain that. We appreciate you. Welcome to the tribe. We got full drinking and half thinking. Salute. Salute to you, man. Hope all is well. He said, yo, salute with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Hope all is well. Corey Joe chimed in, been a member for 2 months. He says, salute to Red and the chat. Salute to you, man. Salute to you, Corey Joe. Thank you for all the work you put in, man. All the music you provide for us, man. We appreciate you. Corey Joe with the $5 super chat. He said, keep grinding, sis. Let's go. Salute to you, Corey Joe, man. We appreciate you, bro. Y'all show Mr. Corey Joe some
I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Carl Anderson gifted a membership. If that membership landed on you, please try to maintain it. Salute to you, Carl Anderson. Thank you, man. We appreciate you. And next we got none other than the Portugal Bit.
Do you know you're a little whore?
He gifted 5 memberships. Salute to the Untouchable Empire, baby. Salute, Fatty, man. We appreciate you, man. If those memberships landed on you, please try to maintain those. And we absolutely appreciate you. Army Vet chimed in. He said, men are asking, what does leadership look like now? What does protection mean? And who do I follow, God or girls? God damn, men are asking that? Fellas. Shit. Damn. Well, I'm the only one here, so I guess I got to answer it, right? Men are asking, what does leadership look like? It looks like standing on an island in the rain, a desert island in the rain on the 33rd of February with stampede of wild elephants. You know how it goes. It definitely looks like standing alone sometimes, making the hard decisions sometimes. Being the face of the team, whether we winning or we losing. What does protection mean? It means covering. It means consideration. It means sometimes correction, and a lot of the times being a follower. I'm the leader of my home. But if I thought about flying off the handle against you, Army vet, somebody would say, Mr. He said, don't you do that. You got a family. You got kids. You got a wife to think about. You got a mortgage. You got on. You got all of these things. Sometimes the leader is the follower. Protection looks like consciousness, looks like awareness, knowing what decision to make at what time, if it's going to benefit everybody, what's best for the team. It looks like being in the mafia. What's best for the family? What's best for the family? Is this the best decision for the family? If it's not, then why are you making it? Alfredo? Who do I follow, God or girls? that's based on the two choices, that's easy. That's easy. If it's only the two choices, don't follow girls. They're temperamental, fluid. You want to follow something with more of a foundation. Hope I got all of them for you. Army vet salute, man. Hope all is well. We appreciate you for chiming in. Another membership gifted by the tribe. If that membership landed on you, please try to maintain it. We appreciate you. Welcome to the tribe. Check out some of that amazing original content that Sis got on deck because it's a lot. Let's see what we got. We got Mrs. She Said, the shame lady, chimed in with the $2 super chat. Support the stream with a couple of shame bells. And is that emojis with money and like making fun of us? Lord Jesus.
I said close them doors.
You the devil. You the devil. You.
Damn. This is She Said. Mrs. She Said, been a member for 13 months. Appreciate you, Mrs. She Said. She said, become a member today with a check mark and a cheesy face. Hashtag the shame lady.
Man, goddamn. Wake up, bitch. You is a dumb hoe. That's what I want to talk about.
That's crazy. Damn. Okay. Shout out to the shame lady. Let's see what else we got. And finally, we got Tony Golden gifted 5 memberships to Red Lipstick Vibes. Thank you, man. We appreciate you. Salute to everybody that donated to the channel. Sis appreciates y'all. I believe I got a meme for y'all. Where is it?
Getting to the money. Everybody mad. I got all this money on my motherfucking mind. Diamonds on my dial. I can't even see the time. All I know is blood, Crips, Pyro. Everybody mad.
Salute to everybody that donated to the channel, man. We appreciate y'all. Gives us the inspiration to continue going and gives Sis the motivation to keep pumping out this amazing content and this amazing blueprint to amends thoughts. Salute, Sis. What do you guys think of tonight's episode? Shout out to everybody that's still in the chat. You guys hit the like button, subscribe, share this with somebody. Let them see the blueprint to a man's thoughts. Shout out to all of my fellas, man, that were able to come through, man, and taking the time out of their busy schedules. Nobody threw any chairs. Nobody flipped over any tables. So it was a good night, man. We had a great conversation, a bunch of distinguished gentlemen, and a lot of great points, man. A lot that I agree with wholeheartedly. You guys know how I feel. You have to determine what type of man you are first. That's one of the first things you're going to decide, because it's going to set that foundation that I was talking about and the fella's been talking about all night. What type of man are you? It's a lot of different words to describe a man. There's bandits, pirates, gangsters, hustlers, thugs, gentlemen, scholars, jocks. You guys put some in the chat. There's different types of men, but which one are you going to be? Which one is in your trajectory? Which one is in your aspirations? Which one are you first? You might want to determine that, and then that might dictate where your foundation is going to start, what you're going to subscribe to, ascribe to. These things are important. Again, it's hard to get these young ladies to follow us when we don't even know what we follow, fellows. And when we're spiritual, we're not sure, it depends. We start to sound a lot like them. It gets very fluid. Like Rick was talking about those gray areas. So you guys let us know in the chat, what do you think of tonight's episode, of the fellas chime-ins, of Sis's moderation, of my hosting and co-hosting with Sis. Please let us know. All opinions, comments, commentary, questions are welcome. Y'all know how we do over here. Do something good for somebody other than yourself, because that's when real character shines through. And check out Petty Red, where the vibe is always positive. And that's at Red Lipstick Vibes Podcast, man. Salute to everybody that chimed in. Salute to the chat. Salute to all of the fellas. Salute to everybody that's going to rewatch. We appreciate y'all, man. And y'all let us know who is these niggas, man.
Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas. You know what I mean? Gotta learn who they are now.
We gotta learn who they are now. You guys know how Sis does. At this time, she typically says, let me see. Bye.
As soon as the show over, he do like this. Well, I'm ready to go.
Wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play the roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets. Cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here and stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future, but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. You already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus. I'm going toe to toe with foes. I know they notice. I kick in doors, they only hope a closing ride. Cause they know I go again. And when they get it right, I'm the one that can make it flow again. Talk to me nice, my team they ready to go again. Running into us, we gladly send you home again. We don't talk, better know the grind gon' match my walk. I'm a cheat code, I don't take no loss. Making no sense, run up the scope. Cause all I do is win. And I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss.